The reality is that there is no democracy or elections. There are only secret societies, and the limited freedom we may have is due to the vacuum created as a result of the conflicts between the secret societies. And the more these secret societies join together and cooperate, the more they take away our freedom of speech, freedom to travel, freedom of religion, and freedom to create. And this is why, for example, there is virtually no freedom in Iran and Saudi Arabia. It's not because they are Islamic, but it's because Iran and Saudi Arabia are fully run by Satanists. Same goes for Russia and Israel, which claim to be democracies, yet they are openly against freedom of speech, and they arrest people who deny the Holocaust, for example. You see, because they have no reason to give their people freedom, since the Satanists are in full control. But for example, in the UK, you're allowed to question the Holocaust, even though there is a lot of pro-Zionist propaganda in the UK by many British politicians. Despite that, you're actually allowed to question the Holocaust, because the Zionists control only half of London, and the Knights of Malta control the other half. The Zionists, by the way, are represented by the British royal family, and my father actually belongs to the same Zionist secret society. Similarly, the German intelligence is run by the Knights of Malta, and the Zionists keep them in check using the American military bases that are still in Germany since World War II, using the excuse of Adolf Hitler, who was their own agent, who was their own Zionist agent. But using that excuse, they've kept their military bases in Germany after all these years, and they refuse to leave. And so that's why there is also some freedom of speech in Germany. And of course, they tell us on the news and on the Shield channels, many of these disinformation agents, including David Icke, they told us that Germany is taking away our freedom of speech, and it's Germany that is telling there's Germany that's telling the YouTube to remove all of our videos. And you know, when my videos were removed along with many other videos of many people, they said that this was done by the German government, even though it was actually done by the ADL. It was done by Israel. It was done by the Zionist ADL. And yes, they had a meeting in Germany where they came to this agreement, but it wasn't the decision of the German intelligence. It was the decision of the Zionists. It was directly commanded by the ADL, by the Zionist ADL, to remove all videos that are causing problems for the Israelis, for the Zionist government of Israel. And yet they kept all the Shia terrorist videos, as I showed on my past videos. I showed that they kept all the Shia videos, the extremist Shia videos, but they removed the videos that are against Shiism, which actually proves that the Zionists support Shiism. It proves that the ADL and Israel support Shiism. They support Hassan Nasrallah, they support Ahmadinejad, Khamenei, Raifipur, and all these people. You see, intelligent people know that democracy is fake, and it isn't a faith that any intelligent person actually believes in. So no one really values freedom just because of their belief in democracy, except some your brainwashed people who just believe whatever they are told to believe by television and by schools. But not intelligent people who have any kind of influence in the government. They know that it's all about power and control, and they want to use this power and control for the sake of their own agenda and their secret societies. No one actually believes, no intelligent person actually believes in democracy and believes in freedom due to democracy. They may support freedom for other reasons, but those reasons are their main goal, and so they're willing to limit freedom for the sake of their agenda. But none of them actually believe in democracy in the real sense. And the truth is that you can't fight against power by voting in elections or by just shouting slogans and protesting. If you only fight power with these methods, nothing's going to happen. It's going to, you're going to get old. 20 years, 30 years are going to pass, and nothing's going to change. You can only fight power with more power. You can only make a difference if you actually revolt, which is the very thing that many disinformation agents tell us not to do. As I showed on my past video, how the Illuminati made Trump president, part 3. All these shills, PK, Vigilant Christian, Russian vids, they were all saying us, don't revolt, don't revolt, don't revolt. Because that's what they're afraid of. That's the only way you can change the government, is through a real revolt, not through slogans and voting and just talking. You can't defeat Cerberus, the three-headed dog of hellfire, in some European traditions. I'm just giving this as an example. You can't defeat Cerberus by voting for one of its other heads. The people who tell you to do that are trying to transform you into prey for the predators to feed on. The only way to fight a predator is using a weapon.